Good morning or evening to the friends out there. Hope everybody's doing just fine and dandy. This is JP with Wise Guys Gaming. We are picking up where we left off. Sorry it's been so long. I'm going to be honest with you. These 4K, baby. It take a while to render these 4Ks. All four of them Ks. Like we starting a strikeout. Anywho, it takes a little bit, but we're back. I'm just going to have to start doing this in batches. I got this video and I think one other video that's gonna be one of these voiceover style where I've played. This is still from my first play session. I played and came into it. Let me say how the best way to say it. This is I had one session where I played just all out, probably about 5 or 6 hours, and just recorded it all in 4K. The next session that I played, I recorded most of it in 1080p, or 1080i, or 1080, whatever. After I got done with the 1080, that one was live recorded, so you can hear my thought process and all that kind of stuff. The difference is that has a lot of farming that I'm going to cut down and just kind of get to what actually is important about the game, which is what I kind of do with this one as well. I'm just showing some areas I haven't been to. Some of the beginning areas still in the game. I got to remember, because I'm actually at a place right now where I'm slightly stuck, which is part of the reason I'm trying to get through this, because when I get past that stuck space, I want to make sure that I have record of it. But there's a lot of farming going on right now. Just trying to make sure I got my level to a pretty good area. And I'm in a pretty nice area to farm in which to farm. So I'm kind of doing that right now, but I don't want you guys to be bored with all the farming. So, you know, it is what a TIE is, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bernie Mac. Anyway. This is us coming out of the cage. We are heading to the direction that the bonfire, I keep calling it bonfire, the sign of grace told us to go. What's up, bruh? What's up? You ain't really want it? Oh, you want some? Oh, thought there was somebody there. He didn't want none, no way. That's why he turned around and left. He disappeared. The game deleted him. I thought I saw somebody. The game made somebody. He was so scared he ran off. That's how we roll up in this building. We roll in this building. Good old water. Alkaline water. pH 7. Right? I think. pH 7. Not acidic or basic. That's cool. Sneaky. This game has a stealth that kind of reminds me of Sekiro. I know that there have been other FromSoft games that have had stealth as their component, but this one feels a lot like Sekiro to me. What's up, bruh? What's up, bruh? Oh! In the back! I do enjoy that the game gives you all these opportunities to learn. Again, I did not start with the Tree Sentinel, but I do love the fact that the game the game puts you in front of the Tree Sentinel, and if you know anything about FromSoft games, the instant you stepped up on that and you saw the life bar come up, you know that you can fight bad guys anywhere. Which is honestly one of the great hallmarks of this game, is because time of day it becomes a factor, area becomes a factor, all these things become a factor, and you can be someplace, as you will see, you can be someplace where you've been all these times before and never had a problem. And then all of a sudden, because you went at nighttime, lo and behold, now you got problems. And you got to get these hands out there, you know what I'm saying? Get these hands out there. Anywho, but I do like that the game teaches you combat, because you may not have found those 2 caves that I found early on. Even though I ran away screaming from one of them like a little girl. Maybe I shouldn't say little girl. Like a small child. But you learn a little bit from the game that way, and it gives you the opportunity to test your combat. Like, this is an area that gives me an opportunity to test my combat, to figure out how I fight, how I need to fight, you know, where you get on your P's and Q's. And I appreciate that the game does that in a very measured sense, because it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Like, you can run to this area and you can run directly through. If you're new to the FromSoft games, you can just run right in the middle of this area, and the next thing you know, you're getting hacked up by 6 or 7 bad guys. I'm watching this now, and it's funny because I've grown so much in my combat. This fight would not last this long, the way I fight now. And honestly, it didn't take long. I think I figured some of the stuff out in this play section. Yeah, in this play session. But, you know, you learn a few things. I did want to keep this in, though, because this is the Stormfront Ruins. Or Castlegate Ruin, or Stormgate Ruins, or something like that. This area is just littered with a bunch of bad guys, including one of them that is similar to the boss that you fought early on, except I think he has a shield and a halberd, making him a more defensive threat, and potentially causing you to lose your life if you don't know how to handle him. If you don't pay attention to kind of what you're doing, fighting him, he will kill you. But I did want to stop here for a second, because this is going to be our first meeting with baby girl. What up, baby girl? How you dozing? Not the first meeting, but, you know, we've seen her before.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect. Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
I don't want to condense her to just that, but that's basically her. She is our level upper. Every FromSoft game has the level upper. She is our level upper. Thank you, Melina. You're so sweet. You're so pretty too. You see the hair? Like, how do you keep your hair that bouncy, full of life? Melina? How? Maybe because she plays the role of the maiden. Have you heard of the two fingers? So, now we can level up. I can put points where they need to go. I went through and I think I died once to the Farron, whatever his name was, Azui, whatever his name was, the big rat monster in the cave. I think I died once to him, But that's fine. Ain't no problem dying. As long as you get those runes, boy. Get those runes. Get them. And then I can just go and heal up and be ready for the next area in which I have to battle. And I love that. Because of the build I'm going, I'm not 100% sure on the build I'm going, but what I understand is kind of the direction I'm going is more toward the faith area, and I want to get, apparently this is a very rune heavy build. I need some good vigor, some good endurance, some good vigor, endurance, faith, and I think strength. I've also put a couple points at this point into mind, just to get some extra FP. Because FP moves slowly, 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 slowly. And I don't need them much, but you know, and as I understand, you can change your build later on in certain points, but I don't know. There are two different ways I kind of want to go, and I'm not sure exactly which one I want to do just yet. I think early game I do kind of want to adopt more of this the notion of the paladin, and by the notion of the paladin I mean the kind of the brick wall. They come at me and I just kind of stand there and block and block and block and then counter and crush them from there. That seems to be the plan. But I think I'm going to skew a little more toward some lightning magic the further I go. I'm not entirely sure yet. All I know is I look dope on my mama, on my hood. I look fly. I look good. What am I doing? It's a little too much time here. Oh, I'm looking at the different options. I don't have any spells to memorize or anything like that. And she fades into the mist, but I also have a horse now. Now I have a horse. And a horse is a horse, of course, of course. More slight tutorial type things. Small things to learn as we traverse upon our journey. Yeah. Again, mainly leaning toward just the health, because that's all I really need at the moment. At this point in the game, I don't need much FP. I don't know any spells except for the ones that come with you, and that's a healing spell. And I would rather have more flasks, because I'm a little faster with the flask than I am with the spell. I would rather have more flasks and fewer spells at this point in the game. Just because if the only spell I'm really going to use, because there's also one that I think makes me quieter when I stealth. Yeah, I don't really need that. Not for nothing, I just don't really need it. So if the only spell I'm really using is the heal spell, I would rather just have the flask to heal. That just seems to make more sense. Am I going to do this camp right quick? Is that what we're going to do? Will I murder them as though I were the loathsome dung-eater? That's still my favorite. Fear the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater. I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's hilarious. Anywho, again, this is stuff I've done before when I had the first version of Stabitha. And in this version of Stabitha, we're about to get stabby. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Oh, yeah, it is wonderful to see you. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you have a second to talk about your extended warranty? Joke's on him, he didn't even have a car. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Early on in this fight, I would suggest, when you're first kind of starting out, I'd kind of suggest it regardless, but if you're first starting out, I would suggest you treat this like a stealth game, maybe even like Far Cry, and just kind of take a look around, see what's what, see where everything is, and then whittle your way through people from the outside in. The reason being is because the big boss, or not the big boss, but the strongest fighter in this camp, Stormfront Ruins, is in the middle. Still can't. You don't want none though. Yeah, you heard me, but you didn't want none. You heard. The big guy in the middle. There are two big guys in the middle, really, that require special attention. One of which is the big bad. He's basically a knight. I think it's a knight of Godric with a halberd. You want to take your time with him, and it's best if you can fight him without the aid of anyone else to help him. So you can concentrate just on his fighting, and his movement until you kind of get an idea of how you want to fight him. The other is further down the road toward the Stormfront gates that we were at with the Sign of Grace. You want to be careful with him too because he has a trumpet, and if he blows his trumpet, the entirety of the ruins will come after you. And that is a daunting task to try to fight. Particularly if it's your first or second time coming up to this area. So you might want to try to take those guys out. If you wait, the first guy we took out by the carriage, if you take him out first and then wait, you can usually get the guy with the bugle or the trumpet. I don't know why I keep bugle. You can usually get him taken care of before anybody else knows. That's usually your best plan. Sneaky, sneaky. I think there's another Sign of Grace this way too. And a knight on a horse. But if I hit that Sign of Grace, then everybody comes back to life. Oh, that reminds me. I think I know something else I might want to do in the area I'm stuck in. I shouldn't be talking about that with you guys, but that's biggin'. Big feller. Also be careful because around this side, facing toward the gate on your left-hand side, there are dogs. And you might want to be careful with those because they can kind of sniff you out a little bit better than their human counterpoints. Don't worry, you can handle the fight regardless. Just don't let them gang up on you. Do not let them gang up on you. If you have to, funnel them to the hot gates, where their numbers count for nothing. Also, if you're here at night, be careful to the left side over here, where you see those winged bats, or whatever kind of creature they are. Be careful of them. They are both good and bad for you. On the one hand, they allow you to, they're an enemy group that will beat you up and fight you and mess you up while you're fighting somebody else. All those things are true. However, they are an enemy group, and in this game, if you defeat an entire enemy group, they reward you by replenishing your flask. Ah, boy, you didn't want it. You wanna know how I got my name? Of Stabitha. Here, Wolfie Wolfie. What's up, pimp? What up, Dose Trace Zone? You ever think a pimp rock a microphone? But yeah, if you want to fight enemy groups, that's great. But they do help you replenish your flasks. So keep that in mind. But also move cautiously. Move very cautiously. Because you could be fighting one enemy, and the next thing you know, you're caught between a bunch of other enemies. And now you've got a group to fight as well. And the groups are usually not that big of a deal. So far, at least. The groups are not something that you really got to be too worried about. It's just if there's more than one of them, and if you're focused on an actual threat while fighting, a group of 3 or 4, then all of a sudden you're in trouble. Lump of flesh. So we've gotten, honestly, most of this area is pretty much clear. Hey, buddy. You didn't see anything. Where's the see the guy with the trumpet? Where's that muscly arm paper boy? Now, I need to be careful here, Because the guy with the trumpet is there, but there should be a guy to the left as well. That I don't think I've killed yet. There he is. That was not the most optimal way of doing that. But I mean, if they did, they did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And yes, I am moving very cautiously at this point because this is early in the game. I don't have very many levels. You guys see where I kind of am. And I just want to make sure I do things properly. I want to make sure that everyone knows exactly what I do when I come in and steal them back. You know, I want to make sure they know. See, I stabbed him, and now I got their attention. Yeah. Come on, don't fly away. You don't want to start the fight. Da 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 da. There should be 3. Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a whole new world when you start doing that. Taking that hit and then countering with your own. Show them what you're good for, Stabitha. Show them what you're good for. Show them it ain't easy out here. In these streets. In these Stabitha streets. I honestly think there are about 3 remaining, including the big bad. Two of them are together. Now, if you are in this area, don't forget to go down here. This is very nice to have and to hold till death do you part. I don't remember if I knew about this or not before. Because I think this is the area that I was in before Again, version 1 of Stabitha was on the PS4. I don't know if there are mimics of this game, but I'm going to find out. Version 1 of Stabitha was on the PS4, and I had gotten to about this area before I knew I was going to have the Xbox version, and I could play in marvelous 4K. Oh, excuse me. Tad bit burpy over here. And this is where we get our abilities. Yes, yes. We are very proud of having abilities. We want to make sure we learn about them so we can deal massive damage. Massive damage to our opponent. Yes, no. Back upstairs. Appraise the message. The soul still burns. See how we play this. Now, if you can get behind him and get a backstab, that's great, because that starts the fight squarely in your favor. Yeah, boy. Probably should take a swig. Take another sip of the potion. Get that 3-wheel motion. I'm surprised that had the range. See how my attack has gotten better since I just added that basically a counter attack or parry attack or whatever one it is. It's not a parry, but that counter attack where they hit me and I come back at them. That does so much. Get him, or not. Down goes Frazier. I have destroyed the camp. Except Except for two. There are two. There should be two. Over in the corner. Chilling. Don't know why I did that. Oh, yeah. Steppy weppy. Just picking stuff up because I don't even know why I'm picking stuff up. I'm just picking it up. If it's there, I'm picking it up. Now this I know what I'm picking up. And that is a map. I saw the gap in the map. And over here.
This way, tarnished. May I have a
Oh,
word?
okay. I stopped there because apparently I didn't go get those guys. I just teleported here. And this is actually new for me. I think everything from this point in this video is new to me. And that is Rena. Or at least new to me at the time. Maybe she wasn't. Did I have that? I'm pretty sure I did not have... I don't think she was. I take that back. I don't think she's new to me at this point in the game. I'm certainly playing like she's new to me, though.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Rena. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk, I surmise, is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. As I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
And that is the end of Rena. I don't know if it's the end of Rena forever. I don't know if she'll ever be back. But isn't she so lovely? By the way, as soon as I saw Rena, I says to myself, that's going to be a dope cosplay. I'm betting no one's done it before, but that's going to be a dope cosplay. So I went in and looked it up, and oh my goodness, there's already a cosplay. If you haven't seen Jessica Negri as the Rena cosplay, it's really good. He even has the multiple hands. It's so neat. I've become a fan of cosplayers, man. Dopeness. All of the dopeness. All of the dopeness. Anywho, back to the Stormfront Catacombs we go. Looking our best outfit. This was me failing. I kept trying to figure out how to cast the dogs, the wolves, with my magical bell, my Pavlovian bell. But I was having a lot of trouble figuring that out. And at a certain point, I just decided, you know what? Screw it. Who needs it? Do it on my own. We'll do it live. Where you going? Excuse me. Yeah, what you want? Where your boy at? Tell him come on too. What you want? What you want? Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. Sometimes you gotta hit him with that blade, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hit him with that Wesley Snipes, you know what I'm saying? That blade. I lost a little more health and I went through a flask, and I did not want to do that. So I went back and rested just to get full up. At this point, this is all new stuff for me, except I've been here before, but only in this game. Like in this game, in this version. The previous version of Stabitha never found these catacombs. Early on in this game, I walked in here, got spooked, and walked out. Because that gargoyle comes out like a madman, boy. Watch him. Watch him. Surprise, mother! See? But now I know what to do. And I can finish him. Finish him. Ta-da! Now we've used no flasks. Yeah. And put on a spot of tea. Yeah. Right? We're gonna put on a spot of tea as we murder the gargoyles. Yeah? Yeah, bruv? Okay, so this is we're getting toward the area. I think I stopped last time at the flames. This is the big door that intimidates me. I am intimidated. And I think one of the messages, maybe not that one, but one of the messages says when you go to it, monstrosity ahead. And I'm just like, bro, what do you mean monstrosity? I do not sign up for this. Come on. Ow. Ow. Take a little sip of your syrup. Yeah. I don't know why I did that. Hey, you can come down here too, bro. You can come get some too. 2-for-1 sale on whooping that blankety blank. You know what I'm saying? We got a 2-for-1 sale out here. Oh, he came down. He really did. And we really do got a 2-for-1 sale. Holla at it. Sip that Kool-Aid right quick. Or not. We don't want to. Oh, use a spell. Healing. My friend just caught the Rona. Y'all say a nice prayer for Portia. We'd appreciate that. She just caught that there, Rona. Having a bit of a tough time with it, but not too much. She'll be alright. I believe you. Come on down here. Come on, Cletus. Again, I'm watching this and I'm just like, so many opportunities I wasted by not being good at combat at this point. Okay, so in killing the Beastmaster or whatever, we got a talisman that reduces fire damage. So I figure I can take a hit. But I didn't know that was coming. But we survived. I didn't know what to do, but I found out that this is the one spot you can be in. The fun part is, I literally had no idea that fire was coming. And you saw me run like confidently straight into it. Bow, right into the face. What's this? What's this? There's magic in the air. Oh, I forgot I got that. I had to remember that. See, going back and watching things helps me remember stuff. I don't know what it's there for, but I got it. And apparently we have disarmed fire. Fire disarmed. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. And now it is time for a comedy of errors. All these gargoyles, boys. All these gargoyles. Ready for me. Want to deal with me. Take that though. Didn't know he was there. Didn't know he was. Well, I knew he was there. I didn't know they were all falling at the same time. And they just ganged up on me, man. I walked in the wrong neighborhood. I took a left at Albuquerque. Did not know what was on the other side of that, boy. They was ready for me. Hey, bruh. Stepped in the wrong neighborhood, ain't you? Where your hall pass at, bruh? Wanted to make sure my mic was picking this up. Apparently it wasn't last time. Slashy, slashy. So I go this way to avoid getting shot at while I kill the first one. And then I come over here and hope that he jumps down. Because if he does, we can murder him. Hello, there you are. What's up, pimp? How's your health insurance? Apparently it's great. I don't know that I need to sip on some scissor, but you never know. Why, hello there. Come on. Come on. Anybody got time for this? Yeah. Ow. Ow. Oh! Yeah. This is violent. Got the Vado tune moment of silence. The fire is down. You provide the fire. And I need to get my souls, or runes. I will say, going into the catacombs and whatnot has become one of my favorite things. I don't know why, but it just feels like, I know the game is kind of open worldy and all that type of stuff. The way catacombs feel is great for me. Like, you go in, you get this like nice little sense of accomplishment. It's honestly like playing a Souls game, because the catacombs function a lot like a Souls game. Different areas you go to and that type of thing. Doggone it. But the catacombs feel kind of soulsy to me in a way that the rest of the game does not. Because they drop you in, and generally you're in an area where there's a beginning and an end. It's not wide, it's not big, it's just a little area. I don't know why they feel more soulsy to me, they just do feel more soulsy to me. Nor is that for me to make the statement that any of this doesn't feel like fun. The whole game feels exceedingly fun. And again, the control of combat makes me feel more at home than like, and I only say this because I know it was being treated like this early on. The Final Fantasy game. I know it was kind of being called, or like kind of tongue in cheek, being like, oh, this is Final Fantasy Souls and that type of thing. Those games don't feel really like a Souls game. When you go into Catacombs like this, it feels very Soulsy. Just the stuff you have to do, the stuff you have to say, how you gotta kind of manage yourself. It all feels very, very Soulsy to me. Nothing against any of them. Everything has its own spark, but though I have finally hit a boss that has been a little difficult. Well, I've hit more than one boss now that's been a little difficult, and I can still say none of them make me rage like Tiamat did. Tiamat makes me rage something awful. Come on down here and say that. Thank you. I did all that planning for nothing. I could have just moved over here and slashed at him. I think I was hoping that the thin beast bones would do more damage, but alas. Got to get my souls back. Hello, Monty. Did not block. Sip on some scissor. They move so quick. That's really all I gotta do. Just be more intentional on my block and attack, and I'll be fine. Careful of the fire. And then we get souls. The soul still burns. Heading a slightly different way just because I've been getting whooped by gargoyles and I'm tired of it. Trying to be careful. And it's a good thing. Saw you before you saw me. And now your boy wants to come on. Tell him I said I got something for him. Tell your boy I got something for him. Moving slowly to make sure we don't miss anything. Looking down and realizing where we are. It's that first little area you come into with the door. Intriguing. I'm so glad. Listen, in areas like this, I love the targeting button. I want to know exactly what's where. I want to be able to watch. Right from the front. Get that Stabitha up in your life. Hello, Clarice. And that's all it does. Just a dab will do you. Just a dab will do you. That's an interesting spell. It's a stupid spell that I hate. But it's interesting. Just a bunch of shambling village men that just go out there and essentially get murderized. If it were a gang of knights, I might like it more. But unfortunately, it is not. Oh no. And before we venture into new territory, maybe a good idea to go back over old territory? Yes, no? And everything is the same except for that one raised area, so I figure that's where I need to go. But also, I don't want these gargoyles to feel like they did nothing. Like, they didn't do nothing special. Yeah, you beat me twice in a row. That's fine. But as you see in her eyes, Stabitha don't like that. You know what I mean? Stabitha has vengeance on her mind. She is vengeance. She is the knight. Where am I going? Oh, so I didn't know where I was going or what I was doing. And I decided I've used a lot of resources and there may be something. I may be wrong on where I am. So let me go save and then come back. See, this is why I don't like. That's why I kind of cut some stuff out. Because stuff like this you guys really didn't need to see. But I did want to keep this in at least once or twice. So you guys can see, you know, the thought process that I go through when I play these games. Because it's a long, drawn out and involved, you know, idea. I don't just hop in it. And I got to level up. Oh, that's the other thing. I had too many runes on me. I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Bless you. Thank you. Inechum. We roll up in here, and now I want to see what's behind this door. What? Oh. But I do feel like I'm making very good progress in here, and I know what's coming, so I know how to kind of finagle this. Watch how masterfully. That wasn't masterful at all. Watch how masterfully I get through this. I'm almost dead. Take a little sip of the syrup. Wasted. Oh. I've just used 2 of these. I should probably go save. But also, I mean, I'm tired of, you know, I don't want to lose nothing, you know what I mean? And for whatever reason this time, he didn't want to come down. I think he remembered that coming down is a good way to get womped on. So he decided he was going to stay up there. And I say, cool. Stay up there then, punk. You didn't really want it. You thought you did. You thought it would be a good idea to try to mess with me. Ha ha! Wrong. Come here, Steven. With the PH. In the beginning. Steven. Steven. Get by the fire. But again, I'm a little upset that they've bested me. And they shan't best me again. For I am the one and only Stabitha. Quick heal. I don't mind using magic because, you know, I don't use magic that much thus far. And now it's time for sweet, sweet vengeance. Mamma Jamma. Come, my lady. Come, my lady. I messed that up. Who else wants to die? I did this because I knew there was a message up there. I kind of wanted to read it, but oh well. I hope it says, by the way, top of the morning to you. Very careful. Come down here and die. All right. You don't want to die? Then I'll just have to kill you. Ow. Ow again. We will not be losing. We will not be losing. Part of me was hoping the fire would come back and just toast them. But I didn't need it. I bested them on my own. For I am the truest repairman. Up the ladder. Ahem. Up the ladder. What's up, pimp? I'm missing so many opportunities. No problem clearing out a room. And I should probably go back to save, but I'm tired of running back and forth, and it's time that we get something done. Let's see what's downstairs. Confessor? I'm pretty sure that's the guy that throws stuff at me. And I was gonna follow him and go right back down there, but I figured if that's the case, I'd have to run all the way back around. So I should look around up here first, because it's the one area that I can't get to. And it was a good call. But I didn't know that was gonna happen. Sip on some scissor. Down goes Frazier. Idris Elba. We got one more, but we want to make sure we've checked everything up here because I don't want to come back up here again if I ain't gotta. Hi there. Little cutie pie. Little sugar pie honey bunch. So, knowing that we did that, now we know that the door is unlocked. And that just looks ominous, not gonna lie. So we're gonna hit the save first. Now the main reason I hit the save right here was because I knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that hitting the, there's nothing to fight between here and that gate. I think that's also why I made the decision to come back and fight these gargoyles, because even if they killed me, I'm right next to my sacred grace or sign of grace or whatever. Ace of grace, ace of base. So even if they got the better of me and killed me, it would not be that long of a trek to get my runes back. My runes and boons. But I make short work of them. Keep in mind, if you would, this is a new area for me. The player. Not me, the commentator that's watching this now. This is a new area for me, the player. And in doing so, I see some things that I'm not used to waiting for me down below. So you are about to see exactly what I saw for the first time. If you've beaten this game, you may already know what's coming. I didn't know what to expect, so I just kind of walked in trying to look as menacing as possible. Pulled out the torch, and then you see the mist. And if you see the fog, you know it's about to go down, boys. You know it's about to go down. Buckle your safety belts. Stabitha's going in. Now this is just terrifying. It's just terrifying. Even now, it's a little terrifying. Look at this hind leg walk. Ugh. Go away. Take this damage. Take this damage. Oh. Okay. So, anytime you fight a boss for the first time in any From Software game, you really got to download the data to figure out what they can and cannot do. What their attack patterns are, that kind of thing. Again, Elden Ring, FromSoft games honestly take a lot of their cues from classic games. They don't tell you everything you need to know, but they put you in situations where they'll tell you enough, and then they put you in situations for you to learn things. And one of the things that's easy to learn is watch your opponent and see what they do. If you've never played like an early Mega Man game, you might not be super familiar with that. But if you've played an old Mega Man game, this is just second nature to you. Once you figure out what kind of game you're playing, you want to watch that boss, see what he can do, see what he can't do. Now, luckily for me, I had something new to try. Sickin' boys. Oh yeah. Oh, get him! Get him, weak townspeople. Funny because he had already missed and I still ran away. Down to just 2 village people trying to be macho men. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. You missed. You can take damage though. They're hanging in there. By the way, I don't know of many situations you should ever really use the village people here. They're not that great. You have better options. Here, kitty, kitty. Even though it says watchdog, looks like a giant cat to me. Oh no, he killed the last of the village people. I'm pretty sure that was the police officer. Or the construction worker. Trying to be macho men, they were. Oh. Good block, good block. So at this point, I'm getting my block on. Got a pretty good shield. And I'm just trying to make sure I don't take a lot of damage. But at a certain point, you gotta realize you gotta take the offensive shooting. And honestly, I probably would have done better if I had switched to dual wielding the weapon for extra damage. But I did a lot of sticking with the shield. Just to kind of make sure if he does something, I have a better chance of having my shield up than I do of dodging, so I can make sure I get the full result of this. Nah, son. Nah, cousin. Nah, Deuteronomy. Nice slash. And now I need to take a sip. There we go. I was dangerously close there. But I'm also dangerously close to winning. Once you get them this low, just don't take chances. Get your damage in when you can. Heal up when you get hit, because you never know what's coming next, and all it takes is one hit for you to lose all this progress. And sometimes, just go for single hits. Oh, you didn't want it! And that is the end of the Watchdog. Enemy has failed. Hold your applause. Everything's great. Anyway, learn from that boss. Ready for whatever's next. I can tell you, I believe the next video is going to be a little more iconic. It is when Stabitha goes out to fight the Tree Sentinel. Oh, what a lovely tea party. Either way, that'll come up next. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I really do appreciate you. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want to see next. We're getting to the point where it's more live gameplay, so bear with me. Peace out.